Hi, this is Anil and welcome to the second video tutorial on Java programming. This video tutorial is the production of the YouTube channel Learning Lad, and in this tutorial we're gonna learn about the compilers, the interpreters, and also we're gonna learn how a Java program works, or the process or the steps involved in running a Java program. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing is executing the programs. So the computers can only understand the code in the binary form, which is zeros and ones, and all of you know that when we write the code in the higher level programming languages such as Java or C++, the statements are gonna be somewhat English like, and that form of statements are easy for us to read and understand the program, but for the computer it can't understand the code in the high level form, so we need to convert that to the binary form. So if you know that when you write a program in C or C++ or in Java or any other programming language, and that is called the source program or the source code. So what we can do is we can translate our source code, which is in high level form, to a machine level form which the computers can understand and execute. Alright, the translation can be done using another programming tool which is called as interpreter or a compiler. So this interpreter and compilers are normally used to translate the code from one form to another form, and these two are gonna work differently, and we're gonna see that next. So first of all, what is a compiler? A compiler is a program which translates the entire source code into the machine code or any other intermediate code which can be used to execute the program. So let's see how the compiler works. So first we're gonna have the source code written in the high level languages such as C++ or Java or any other, and then we're gonna use the compiler and we're gonna translate this code to the machine level code or any other intermediate form which will be optimized form of this source code, and then we're gonna use another software or program called executor to execute the compiled code. So this is how the compiler works. This compiler is gonna read the entire source code and it's gonna convert that to the machine level code or any other intermediate form, and then that converted code will be used along with the executor and the output is generated or got. And then we're gonna see about the interpreter. So what is an interpreter? An interpreter is a program which reads one statement from the source code at a time and translates it to the machine code or virtual machine code and then executes that right away. So first we're gonna have the source program, and then we're gonna use the interpreter, and this interpreter is gonna read one statement from the source or one statement from the input to that interpreter, and then it's gonna translate that and it's gonna execute that statement right away, and then it's gonna continue with the next statement. It's gonna translate that to machine code and execute that, and again it's gonna take the next statement, it's gonna translate that, then execute that, and similarly it's gonna do for the entire code. So the difference between the compiler and the interpreter is that the compiler is gonna take the entire source code first and it's gonna convert that to the intermediate form or the machine level form, and then we're gonna use another software called executor to run the compiled code. But with the interpreter it's gonna read one statement at a time from the source, and then it's gonna convert that to the machine level form, and then it's gonna execute that line of statement right away, and then it will continue with the next statement. So the next thing is how Java works, or the steps involved when you write a Java program and execute a program. So first we're gonna have the Java source code, and Java source code will be saved with the extension of .java, and then we're gonna use the Java compiler and we're gonna compile the code and we're gonna get the Java bytecode. So this Java bytecode is gonna have a .class extension. So this Java bytecode is a modified version or the optimized version of this Java source code, and then we're gonna pass this Java bytecode to the Java virtual machine or JVM, which is a interpreter. So it's gonna read one statement at a time from this Java bytecode, and it's gonna convert that to the machine level code, and it's gonna execute that, and then again it's gonna continue with the next statement, and it's gonna convert that and execute that, and similarly it's gonna execute your Java program. So we're gonna get the output after executing our program by our Java interpreter, or the Java virtual machine. And also in the previous tutorial I have told you that we're gonna write the Java code only once, and then we can execute that same code in different platforms. So we can execute our code in Windows, and also we can execute our code in Mac, and also we can execute our code in Linux platform. So how it is possible? So what we have is the JVM, or the Java virtual machine, which is the one which is going to execute our Java bytecode. So Java provides platform specific Java virtual machines. So if we are using Windows platform, then you're going to have the Windows specific JVM, and for Linux we're going to have the Linux specific JVM, and for the Mac we're going to have the Mac specific JVM or Java virtual machine. So all these platform specific JVMs or Java virtual machines are capable of executing the Java bytecode in the same way. So when we pass the Java bytecode to the JVM in Windows, it's going to execute that, and also when we pass the same Java bytecode to Linux and Mac, it's going to execute it in the same way. So this is how our Java program is capable of running in different platforms. We're gonna have the different platform specific Java virtual machines. That's it. So this is it, guys. This is about some information on the compilers, the interpreters, and the steps involved in running a Java program. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any doubt or any suggestion, don't hesitate to tell us, and you guys can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/learninglad, and also you guys can tweet us at learningladedu, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.